Hi everyone, last week I put a post out on baked Alaska. I have great memories of having baked Alaska. My mum made it a few times and it was very popular here at weddings in the 80s and 90s. They used to bring out big trays of it into the reception room and it would be flambéed. Baked Alaska is basically a sponge cake with an optional layer of jam or tinned fruit. My mum used tinned fruit. Then there was ice cream put on top of that and it was covered in meringue, and then it was popped into the oven and toasted until it was nice and golden. It's a beautiful dessert, lovely and light, and I'm sure you're all going to love it if you've never tried it. So to get started, we're going to make the sponge first. You've got a couple of options for your sponge. I'm going to make a nice light sponge. I'm making my mammy's 3-ingredient Irish sponge. And I do have a full video on that if you want to check that out and make a double layer of this sponge cake. It's absolutely beautiful. Another option is Victoria sandwich. You can also use a brownie layer, and a really simple one is to buy a Swiss roll and to cut it in slices and pop it into a tin. So we're going to get started on my 3-ingredient sponge now. It's very easy. I've got some sugar and eggs, and I'm going to whisk these up together. It's going to take about 5 to 6 minutes because I'm using a hand mixer. My sponge mixture is ready now, and you can see it's doubled in size. Another tip my mum always said was to make the number 8 on the top of the mixture, and if it stays there, it's ready. So that's perfect. Next up, it's the flour. I'm using plain flour. I'm not using a raising agent with this plain flour. I've introduced lots of air into this mixture, and as I fold in the plain flour as well, I'll be introducing more air, so I don't need a raising agent. If you don't feel confident at this stage, you can use a self-raising flour instead. The best way to get the flour in is I add a little at a time, and I get a metal spoon. My mum always used a metal spoon, not sure why. She always said to use one for making this type of sponge, and I just fold it in. And it's important when you fold it in to lift the mixture like that because you're introducing air that way. Another important thing to note is that little pockets of flour can sit in this sponge, so you have to stir it in gently and lift it just to make sure that all the flour has been mixed in. That's great. Let's add some more. This sponge can be made as a chocolate version if you like. What I'd do is I'd substitute about 25 grams of the flour for 25 grams of cocoa powder. This is ready now, so we're going to get it into the tin. I'm using an 8-inch tin and I've greased it and lined it. I always like to grease and line my tins, even if they're non-stick. So we're going to get this mixture in here now. And just spread it out to the edges. And there you have it, all done. We're going to get this into the oven now for about 15 to 20 minutes. Just make sure not to open the oven door while this cake is in the oven, or else it's going to collapse. Okay, let's get it into the oven now. All right everyone, my sponge is just sitting here, it's cooled, and I'm ready to make my meringue for my baked Alaska. In here I've got my egg whites. It's very important that your bowl and everything that you're using is really clean, and just make sure that no egg yolk gets into your egg whites either, or else your meringues won't whip up. So I'm going to whip this up now till I have nice stiff peaks. These are ready now, and you'll know that they're ready by just lifting the whisks, and if it's nice and thick like that, it sits on the top, you can start adding the sugar. So I'm going to add the sugar a little at a time, about 2 tablespoons. Keep adding the sugar until it's all mixed in. My meringue is ready, and just for the test, look at that. I'm going to set this to one side now. Here's my sponge. Placed it on a baking tray with a little bit of greaseproof paper. I'm going to add my fruit cocktail now. If you don't want to use fruit cocktail, you could use jam, or you can just not bother putting anything on the bottom, just go straight ahead with the ice cream. My mum always put fruit cocktail on her baked Alaska and I like to do the same. Just spread it out on the sponge. I don't put it right out to the edge, just leave a little bit of space. That's great. Now for the ice cream, I'm using vanilla ice cream today. You can use any ice cream you wish. You could use chocolate, strawberry, or a mix of both. I'm going to add a couple of scoops of the ice cream. It's a good idea to take the ice cream out of the fridge 5 minutes before you do this. If you put too much ice cream on it, you may not have enough meringue to cover it completely. Add about 8 scoops to that and that's perfect. Now get the meringue on top. You want the meringue to cover all of the ice cream and to go down the sides too, to seal it. Now I'm just going to use a knife to bring the meringue down. It's very important that all the ice cream is completely covered. Use a knife to just lift the meringue a little like that. The ice cream's completely sealed now. We're going to get it into the oven. I don't have a blowtorch, so I'm putting this in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes and we want it nice and golden in colour. Just keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn. Here it is, my baked Alaska is fully baked. It's a lovely golden colour and you can see we've had no leakages, so my meringue sealed that ice cream really well. This is the type of dessert that you have to serve straight from the oven. So get yourself a knife, a sharp knife, and cut into it like that. Look at that, you can see the sponge, some of the fruit, the ice cream has started to melt, and a gorgeous golden meringue on top. Absolutely beautiful. I love when the ice cream melts into the sponge, it's gorgeous. You can see all that fruit in there, gorgeous. And that, everyone, is baked Alaska, a beautiful dessert. Thanks so much for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. Happy baking, everyone, enjoy.